Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm Malika Andrews, and this is NBA Today. But with Tom Brady calling it a career again this morning, we're going to start right there because, of course, we need to look at this through a hoops lens, right? Naturally, that means we're going to look at the similarities between what Brady did in his 2 decades plus into his career and what LeBron is doing at the same time. I mean, we're talking about cementing indomitable legacies. We're talking about setting records we're going to live on for decades.
Stop, Malika. Hey, listen, it's only right that a former Boston champion talked to another champion that represented the Beantown and the Pats and won the championship. I'm talking to Tom Terrific right now, the greatest quarterback to ever play the game, the greatest football player to ever touch the field. I want to challenge him to something. I thought about coming on here being funny, but this is a serious matter because he took his craft to the game serious, and I want to see he has a little less than $250 million waiting on him right now to get into the TV space. The great Kobe Bryant, right? People would say, God rest his soul, that his career after basketball was about to surpass his career while he was playing, right? So I'm looking at Tom Brady, and I want to know this. Can you challenge yourself to go out there and make your next career your best career, better than your football career? Can you challenge yourself to go out there and be the GOAT at television as far as being a football analyst? That's one champion to another one. I appreciate you, Tom Terrific, for what you did for the game. And let me sum it up by saying this. Please continue to crack that smile.
Oh, I love it. Big Perk, those are some wise words, sir. We're going to have a little bit more on LeBron and Tom Brady later in the show. But for now, just LeBron, as we're joined by Chiney Agumake, Ramona, Shelburne, Jalen Rose.
Yes, indeed.
Y'all, I think you know this, right? LeBron just inching closer and closer to Kareem's record, that all-time scoring record. So let's catch everyone up on how much closer he got last night at one of his favorite arenas, Madison Square Garden. The king and his court. You can always count on the Daily News, Ramona, for a good headline after a big game.
Yep.
Always. So you have the chalk toss. We're going to pick this one up. The last seconds of the second quarter, LeBron James dishes it out to Dennis Schroeder. Oh!
Like what? He knew it was in. He knew it.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky.
Look at him.
Good.
Just a quick.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yep. No look. No
Schroeder,
look.
like,
bucket.
really? You gonna give me this shot to take to mess up my field goal percentage? I got you.
Love
It's
it.
all good.
Going ahead to the third quarter, you can see the tracker in the bottom of your screen, 103 buckets away
Wow.
after LeBron hits that one, Chiney.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable what we're witnessing. The mid-range, we're going to see him attack the rim. We're going to see him knock down threes. This play, you'll see it very soon because I love it here. Most importantly, and one, son.
And one. So at this point, he is under 100 points away, which is just wild. We're headed to the fourth quarter here now. Lakers up 3 at this point. LeBron James dishes it out.
Oh! Somebody snatching the screws out the rim.
Thomas Bryant throws it down, but with that dime, LeBron James, he passes Steve Nash for 4th most on the all-time assist list. Another bucket for LeBron there. The Lakers take a lead. Now, 30 seconds left here. Knicks with the ball, looking. Jalen Brunson takes it up, gets it to go. Tied game with 24 seconds left. This one would go to overtime. We will take you there now. 4 minutes left. Russell Westbrook dishes it out to LeBron.
Love
Gets
it.
to go.
Love it. And I'll save it for in a few seconds.
Okay, we're going to get to hear a little bit more on what Chiney saw from this game.
Beautiful
Russell
pass.
Westbrook again to Anthony Davis. So good to see him on the floor. The Lakers edging out the New York Knicks. Up by 4 at this point. Again to LeBron. Puts the final finishes on the win. Let's take a listen to LeBron James and company after the game.
I didn't get to this point in my career by thinking about, records or how many points I have or whatever the case may be. I just played the game the right way.
He's just a kid who's grown before our eyes, and the last 20 years at this level has done nothing but play the right way and make the play that's in front of him.
I approach the game every night on trying to be a triple threat by scoring, rebounding, assisting, defending, and then made the chips fall where they may.
Just doing it all, man. That's what great players do. That's what all-time greats do.
Here's how rare it is to be that prolific at both scoring and passing the ball. Among the top 5 on the assist list that LeBron joined last night, only Chris Paul is even in the top 50 of the all-time scoring list, and he checks in at 38th. And according to Elias, LeBron is the first non-guard to be in the top 5 in career assists. I mean, look at this. Since 1963. So, Chiney, I know you saw all of this ridiculousness. Can you and Jalen break this down a little bit more for us?
Yeah, I'm bringing my big brother with me today. Thank you so much, Malika. Jalen and I are more than prepared to give LeBron James his flowers. But let's be real here. At this point, he's going to need like a supersized vase for those flowers because he continues to rewrite the record book night after night when it comes to both scoring and passing. So, Jalen, I will start with his scoring and why it's so impressive to me. And by the way, y'all, LeBron has scored 20-plus points in 33 straight games, the longest streak by a Lakers player since Kobe Bryant in 05-06. And by the way, the Knicks, that game was the latest on this list. So let's talk about how effective LeBron James has been. So watch LeBron James in this pick and roll with Thomas Bryant. Normally, when you see a situation like this and you're a scorer, look at the defense, all on the free throw line and below. Normally, you would settle for an outside shot, but on this play, Jalen, no Anthony Davis on the floor, which means he's probably their best scoring threat in the interior. And so as this pick and roll goes, it's really great because you'll see, all right, Thomas takes his time, makes sure the screen is adjusted. Also, I love this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everyone keyed in on LeBron James. Even Jalen Brunson is coming over to shade help side. He clears his, cleanses the lane on the opposite side, but he's like, let me show more bodies at LeBron. That doesn't matter. The screen is really adjusted. LeBron takes his time, goes with the left, defense on his heels, he sees a gap, and that gap is enough for him to score. So that's one reason why he's truly a point forward. But as we continue, I'm sorry, y'all, there's certain plays that just give me height. I love this play right here. So this is why the Rui Hachimura acquisition is so important because he's a big with a scoring threat. He's able to shoot the ball from deep. Now watch this curl cut. He's gonna make a curl cut over. AD is going to set a flare screen. Dennis Schroeder is going to flare off of it. We've got the initiator on offense right here. But all of this is action to keep LeBron James's defense on the high side so that he's able to get the lob in an easy two. Again, this is overtime setting the tone. Watch this play happen. And also, by the way, watch AD. I love it when you have to sell it. He's like, hey, flare. Sell it over here, flare, over the top, the best look you can get in basketball. An easy bucket. So those are some of the reasons why LeBron James, what he's doing is so impressive. He's not settling for threes. He's reading when he can really have an advantage in the paint, and that's why I loved his scoring. But I know you want to talk about the passing.
Absolutely, and rightfully so. Anytime you're about to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the all-time scoring list, we're going to highlight what you can do offensively and how his game has changed over the years. But I want to acknowledge LeBron James, the passer. And when we looked at that passing list, all of those players were under 6'4". This is this guy that's 6'9", 250 or 60 pounds, turning the corner, and all of a sudden making people around you better. LeBron James is a power guard, embodying positionless basketball. He's going to make the right play at the right time. Look at that cross-court pass that he made to Dennis Schroeder. In the shooting pocket, no hesitation, knocks it down.
And this is why you think that the Lakers right now could be a playoff team. That's where they're trending.
Absolutely. Not only a playoff team, but one that can advance.
Okay. I see the handles like LeBron.
Oh, no doubt.
Still got the behind the back.
I like that. So, Janae, you said we're going to need a supersized vase. Well, how about this? We're going to add a couple more flowers because what LeBron is doing at age 38 is just insane. But look at this. Let's look at the sample size in the month of January 2023 by itself. Averaging 33.8 points per game in January, making this the second highest scoring month of his entire 20-year career. So, Ramona, if you had to narrow it down, which I realize is an impossible task, what's the most impressive thing that LeBron is doing at age 38?
The fact that he's doing it at age 38.
Right.
Okay. Like, I was talking to some of his players that he knew in high school, Drew Joyce. Okay. And Drew said he has always been like this. He said when you would invite him over for a sleepover party, he would pack up his stuff and he would make it, he'd fold the blanket all nice. He'd make your stuff nice because that's how he took care of your stuff. That's how he took care of his stuff. He's always taking care of his body. He's had that discipline to him to do this for 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years, not just be great for 20 years, but to have the discipline to work out at 5 in the morning. Drew said he came out and worked out with him a couple years ago in LA. And he'd retired himself and wanted to transition into coaching. And he goes, LeBron, I stayed at his house, and LeBron said, be ready at 5. And that's not get up at 5 and that's out the door at 5. We're going to the gym, and then to the set of Space Jam, and then back to the gym later that day. That's how you do this at age 38.
Yeah, and that is not something that everybody is capable of. Perk, what impresses you the most?
Well, I mean, when it comes to, just think about this for a second. Over the last few weeks, we've been talking about, okay, hey, when is Bron going to break the record? Is it going to be in Madison Square Garden, or is it going to be when he play against the Bucks? And when they set out against the Brooklyn Nets, we were talking about, okay, he's playing in Madison Square Garden. We know he's not going to break the scoring title tonight because he's too far behind. He's not going to put up 100+, right? And then all of a sudden, right, we have our predictions yesterday. We talk about, oh, he's going to score 38, he's going to score 40. Nobody was even thinking about that he was on the verge of passing Mark Jackson on the all-time list as far as assists. And so when I think about it, at this point, it's synonymous. It's synonymous, meaning one in the same. LeBron James is the NBA. The NBA is LeBron James. When you think about LeBron James, when it's all said and done, and the NBA, if you go and you Google the NBA and you search it, LeBron James' name is going to pop up.
Yeah.
It's going to pop up. He's forever cemented into this game, far as his legacy. And with all due respect to, you know, the late, great Bill Russell, the late, great Kobe Bryant, to Magic Johnson, to Michael Jordan, no one is going to have that ties like LeBron James when it comes down to the NBA.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.